everyone. Hope you're all happy and healthy and enjoying another day in the human hologram. I thought I'd try doing a short educational video today. The subject of today's video is going to be water. Before we get into the video, I'd just like to show you the inside of my kettle. Absolutely spotless. And we've had this kettle for the last probably 7-8 months that we've been in the flat, and the only water that we've put through the kettle is distilled water. Distilled water is completely free of anything. It doesn't have any dissolved solids. It's got no chemicals, no mineral content, nothing. It's just water, which to me makes the most sense. I mean, if you look at your average person's kettle that uses tap water, it's absolutely full of scale. They call it lime scale, but what it is just a number of different heavy chemicals and minerals that your body can't process any more than the kettle can process. So you definitely don't want them in there. They reckon that the heavy mineral content in the water is the #1 cause of arthritis in later life. Then who knows what the chemicals do to your nervous system and your tissues and stuff. So I mean, bottled water, I'd say, because it's mineral water that's collected at source, is better than tap water. But obviously, if the water's been stored in a plastic bottle that's had light going through it for a period of time, then it takes on all the inorganic weird chemicals from the plastic as well. And then obviously the mineral water itself contains minerals, and the body can't actually do anything with inorganic minerals. The human body requires plants to draw the inorganic minerals up, do whatever it is they do that makes a bioavailable version of the mineral that our body can ingest. So you can't just take a spoonful of dirt from the garden, eat it and mineralize from it. The body doesn't know what to do with it. It's inorganic. So you drinking mineral water is no different to just having little sprinkles of dirt in the water, really, in essence. And as much as you think that you're getting something from the minerals in the water, you're actually not. The body can't do anything with it at all. So all it does is it collects in the tissues and around the joints, and in the end it causes arthritis. So yeah, this is the machine we use to clean our water. It's just a water distiller with a glass jug, and you want to get a glass jug because obviously if you've just cleaned the water and it's empty, then you put in a plastic jug, especially when it's hot, it will start to draw shit from the plastic jug, so you're just better off with glass. So all that gunk that's inside the distiller would be in your joints and in your tissues of your body, because your body works much like a distiller. It's a thermogenic machine. So as you consume things, your body sweats, burns energy, and then anything dense or heavy that's inorganic, it can't do much with, so it just ends up storing it in tissues and against bone and in joints and other places that ultimately, if it builds up too much, will cause you a lot of problems in later life. So I just give this a little scrub out and then fill it up. This excess stuff, as it builds up, just flakes off, and you clean it out, or you can boil. You can fill this up, leave the lid off, and then put vinegar in it and boil it off if you ever wish to clean it. But to be honest, we use it so often that it kind of like builds up to a certain amount and then flakes itself off. And obviously, because it boils, the fan in this draws the air up through a charcoal filter in here, which completely empties anything out of the water. I've got a machine, which I'll show you in a second, called a TDS meter, which is a total dissolved solids meter, which shows you the how clean the water is, shows you the lack of anything in the water. So, alright, so just quickly, I've got my my TDS meter, which means total dissolved solids meter. So we're gonna have a go on this water. So I've got that cup, it's tap water. That cup's the distilled water. So you turn this on. This thing tells you how much ppm, which is parts per million, is in the water, so it runs some sort of frequency through it. So the distilled water is 0.01 parts per million, which means it's completely empty. Yeah, fuck all in it. The tap water 221 parts per million. So for every million parts of water, you've got 225 parts of fuck knows what dissolved in the water, which obviously once your body sweats the liquid out or uses it to hydrate the cells or whatever it does with it, that residue is left somewhere in the body, which is not good. So, I mean, you can put seawater in here, you could put slime, mud, whatever you want, and I mean, I don't know how good it would smell in the flat if you had mud, but it would boil the H2O, pull it out, drip it through the carbon filter, and you would end up with perfectly clean water there. And in here you'd have a load of slime and gunk, or if it was seawater you'd have salt. So it doesn't really matter how much shit accumulates in here, as it can't go through, it won't boil. And the reason you use a charcoal filter is because there's something in the water which they call VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds, which have a similar boiling point to water. The charcoal filter stops any of that, so by the time it's been boiled, drawn out and pushed through the charcoal bag, by the time you get it here, it's just totally clean, reset water. This is building up inside your joints and causing you problems. This is why you get arthritis. Listen to it. It's not supposed to be in your body. And one of my favourite things about this particular machine is that the temperature readout on maximum reads 108 degrees, which I mean, I'm sure some of you know is a sacred number, super sacred number. The 1 represents the masculine aspect, the 0 represents the feminine aspect, and the 8 is the basic geometric structure that all life adheres to. These two, yin and yang, or yin and yang, operate within this geometric structure to create all of reality. So 108 is a super sacred number. I mean, some of these, a lot of these things don't have temperature readouts, and to be honest, it's probably easier if they don't, because sometimes when it starts and you pull the plug out, it always starts at 95, and if it gets to 95, it will kind of just under boil and then trick itself out before the stuff actually starts to drip. So I always just turn it up to maximum, which is 108, and I always like the idea that the water's charged with the full power proper number. It's probably worth mentioning as well that astrologically, water represents emotion. So depending on what process the water's been through, it can hold information, like a lot of information. We're 90 whatever percent water, you'd have to Google that. But I know we're made of a lot of water. And if the water's gone through some strange treatments, or it's been drank and pissed out and processed and then rained through loads of chemtrails and all this, like, there's all sorts of different things which pattern the water a certain way. And I like the idea that when you boil it, kind of resets the water. I mean, I get it in my head as like the heat from it boiling is like the yang energy, and then the fan that's pulling the condensation up and round is the yin energy. And I think between both energy patterns, it kind of rebalances the water to just like clear, empty, clean water that you can then ingest without taking any strange chemical or information pattern on in your system, and without blocking up your joints. You know, you're not supposed to have this fucking khaki. I mean, I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but it's really not good for you. You don't want that in your joints. So yeah, just a brief one. I mean, there's loads and loads of information on water. There's a lot of misinformation about distilled water. They try to say that because it's not got anything in it, it leaches minerals from your body and blah 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 and all this crap. And to be honest, I think it does. But what it does is it leaches inorganic minerals. The tissues, the body uses organic minerals, and anything then that's lingering around blocking the system up. If you ingest this water with nothing in it, it's negatively charged. Like it's empty. It's waiting to collect. So I think as you pass it through, it kind of like hoovers up any shit and helps you get rid of it. There's a guy called Andrew Norton Webber that does a lot of stuff on distilled water. I'll see if I can get some links together and maybe do a more in-depth presentation regarding the scientific method behind it all. I just thought I'd jump on today and do a quick video, just explain quickly the type of water I drink and why I drink it, and show you the machine, and offer you a link down in the description box to get yourself one. I mean, there's loads of different ones, you haven't got to use my link. I just figure if you're on the video and you're feeling where I'm at with this stuff and you want to get straight on it, click the link, sort it out. It's an Amazon affiliate link, so I'll earn a few pence out of you clicking the link, which would be much appreciated. And if you could like, comment, subscribe, share the video, also much appreciated. I'm trying to hustle this YouTube thing, try and befriend this algorithm, and yeah, that's it really. It's good to speak to you all. Let me know if you prefer these shorter videos. Let me know if you don't, if you like the longer ones better. Let me know if you want more educational stuff, more tattoo stuff. Let me know if you've got any ideas, if there's any interesting subject matters you'd like to get my take on. I'm more than happy to talk shit about any subject for long periods of time to anyone that's willing to listen. So yeah, okay, wicked, thanks for watching, your time is much appreciated. All love.